Kurinji Senior Secondary School, CBSE, Namakkal.
Successful result producing school in state every year.
Administered by the Board of Directors with over 35 years of experience in the teaching field.
Special attention on art, craft, music, dance, silambam, yoga, skating and karate.
Focus on Hindi Sabha and Spell Bee Olympiad exams.
Smart class for effective and innovative learning and well-furnished library.
Solitary importance on sports and games in state and national level.
WhatsApp facilities to know activities of students and school inside the campus.
NEET, JEE, IIT coaching experts from Rajasthan and Andhra Pradesh along with our effective teachers.
Admission registration for classes LKG to +2.
Kurinji Educational Institution, Kavetipatti, Namakkal. Admission in progress. CBSE, KG to 12, contact 9025895176. Metric 6 to 12, contact 9344567484. For online admission, log on to www.kurinjischoolnkl.in.
In continuation to the last class, in this class we start with so first see this problem number 24, then we will go for 25 and 26. See here, this is what first 24th problem. At a hydroelectric power plant, the water pressure head is at a height of 300 meters, and the water flow available is 100 meter cubed per second, full stop. If the turbine generator efficiency is 60%, estimate the electric power available from the plant. Okay, they have given small g value that you can utilize here, that is what 9.8 meter per second square. See this, at a hydroelectric power plant, the water pressure head is at a height of 300 meters and the water flow available is 100 meter cubed per second, full stop. If the turbine generator efficiency is 60%, estimate the electric power available from the plant. So in this problem, what we have to do, we have to estimate the electric power. For that, what they have given, that is what height of the pressure head, height of the water pressure head, that is 300 meters, and the water flow available, that is 100 meter cubed per second. Okay, and also given small g value, which is 9.8 meter per second square, 9.8 meter per second square. Okay, right. Now hydroelectric power, see what is the formula for power? Generally work by time. Power is equal to work by time. Then work, you can write force into displacement. So hydroelectric power or power means, that is what you can say the formula. First that is what work by time, then the same thing you can write it as force into distance by time, then the same thing you can write it as force into velocity, force into velocity, and the same thing you can write it as pressure into area into velocity, because pressure is equal to force by area. Okay, so these are all small formulas we learned in from first year, CBSE first year, their work, power, energy chapter. We got all these things. Okay, right. So anyhow, power you can write in terms of pressure, area and velocity in this manner, that is pressure into area into velocity, So hydroelectric power is equal to pressure into area into velocity, and the same thing you can write, P is equal to H rho G, the formula, right? So from the mechanical properties of fluids chapter, CBSE first year textbook, So we got it as pressure, pressure means h rho g. Rho is the density, h is the height, small g is the acceleration due to gravity, into, see, area into velocity. You can replace with small, that is what, beta. This two physical quantities, area into velocity, we are replacing with beta. That is what, beta is equal to AV. A is the area and V is the velocity. That is equal to volume of water flowing per second across a cross section. Beta is equal to AV. Beta is equal to AV. That is equal to volume of water flowing per second across a cross section. Volume of water flowing per second across a cross section. Okay, right. Next, electric power available is equal to 60%. Electric power available is equal to 60% of total hydroelectric power. That is what they have given. If the turbine generator efficiency is 60%, then electric power available is equal to 60% of total hydroelectric power. That is what, 0.6. 60% means 0.6 no, because 60% means 60 by 100. That is what, 6 by 10, 0.6. This is the electric power, this is the hydroelectric power. That is h rho g beta. Right, now we are going to substitute the values. That is what, density of water is a constant, 1000 kg per meter cube. That's what you know very well. 0.6 into h is 300 given, into density is 10 to the power of 3, into beta is 9.8. Beta is, g value is 9.8 and beta is 100. Beta is 100. That is equal. So if we complete this calculation, it is what, 98 by 10 98 by 10 and 6 by 10. These two here 100 is there. So now 6 into 3 means it is 10 to the power of 5. And if you complete this mathematical multiplication, which will give us 176 megawatt. 176 megawatt. Why? Because mega is equal to 10 to the power of 6 now. So actually here, if you complete this mathematical multiplication, you will get it as 176.4 into 10 to the power of 6 watt. That value is equal to nearly 176 megawatt. 176 megawatt. Okay? Because mega means it is 10 power 6. Mega means it is 10 power 6. Okay, right. Next problem. That is problem number 25. A small town with a demand of 800 kilowatt. So kilo means 10 power 3 now. A small town with a demand of 800 kilowatt of electric power at 220 volt. At 220 volt is situated 15 kilometers away. 15 kilometers away from an electric plant generating power at 440 volts. A small town with a demand of 800 kilowatt of electric power at 220 volts is situated 15 kilometers away from an electric plant generating power at 440 volt, full stop. The resistance of the two-wire line, carrying power is 0.5 ohms per kilometer, full stop. The town gets power from the line through a 400 220 volts step down transformer at a substation in the town. So the town gets power from the line through a 400 220 volt. 220 watt. 220 volt, because it is 4000 and 220 volts. 4220 volts step down transformer at a substation in the town. Here is a small correction, it is not 400, it is 4000. Okay, 4000 220 volt step down transformer at a substation in the town. Okay, so here they have given the demand of that small town, that is 800 kilowatts of electric power at 220 volts, which is 15 kilometers away from electric plant, generating power at 440 volt. 440 volt. The resistance of the two-wire line carrying power is 0.5 ohms per kilometer. The town gets power from the line through a 4220 volt step down transformer at a substation in the town. Okay, see this, at a substation. See here, there are three things to calculate or to do. Here one thing is estimate the line power loss, estimate the line power loss in the form of heat, estimate the line power loss in the form of heat. That is one thing. Next, how much power must the plant supply assuming there is negligible power loss due to leakage, right? The thing is estimate the line power loss in the form of heat, right? B is how much power must the plant supply assuming there is negligible power loss due to leakage. Next, C, characterize the step up transformer at the plant. So three things we have to clear. First one is estimate the line power loss in the form of heat. B is, that is EM. B is how much power must the plant supply assuming there is negligible power loss due to leakage. C is characterize the step up transformer at the plant. Now we are going to see the answer, right? See here, line resistance is equal to length of two wire line. Line resistance is equal to length of two wire line into resistance per unit length. Okay, see here, line resistance is equal to length of two wire line into resistance per unit length. Okay, so two wire line, no, that's why here see this 2 into 15 kilometers into 0.5 ohms per kilometer. That's what they have given here, and the length also given 2 into 15 kilometers into 0.5 ohms per kilometer. That is equal to 15 ohms. Right, now see here, this is what they have given picture, and it is 800 kilowatts. It is 220 volt, and it is the town substation, and it is 15 kilometers, and it is 4000 volt, and now it is what 440 volts, and it is power plant. Okay, it is the town, so from power plant it is coming. This is what at 440 volts, and it is 220 and 4000, it is 800 kilowatts is the demand of electric power for a small town. Okay, this is the information about the picture. And now come to this point, voltage at which power is sent through the line is equal to 4000 volt. Next, power supplied to town substation is equal to 800 kilowatt. No, so 800 into 10 power 3 watt. Therefore, RMS value of current in the line. Is equal to power by voltage. That is equal to 800 into 10 power 3. Divided by 4000. That is equal to 200 amps. Because it is what 10 power 3. No, here 1000 3 zeros are there. Now will get cancelled, and finally 800 by 4 means that is 200 amps. That is RMS value of current in the line will become 200 amps. Right, now A, what is that? A, estimate the line power loss in the form of heat. Right, line power loss is equal to I square into R. Line power loss is equal to I square into R, that is equal to 200 whole square into 15 watt. I is 200, no, so 200 whole square into 15 watt, that is equal to 600 kilowatt. 600 kilowatt, because it is 4 into 10 power 4 and it is 60 into 10 power 4 and it is 600 kilowatt. 600 kilowatt means this is approximately, kilo means 10 power 3 no. So it is like 6 into 10 to the power of 5. So here we are getting 6 into 10 to the power of 5 no. 60 into 10 to the power of 4 means 6 into 10 to the power of 5. That you can write it as 600 kilowatt. 600 kilowatt. Next B. Power supplied by the plant. Power supplied by the plant is equal to power received at substation plus line power loss. Power supplied by the plant is equal to power received at substation. Power received at substation plus line power loss, that is equal to 800 plus 600. 800 plus 600 is equal to 1400 kilowatt. 1400 kilowatt, because it is 800 now. This is what power supplied to town substation is 800 plus it is 600. So totally which is 1400 kilowatt, that is the power supplied by the plant. By the plant, because it is loss now. It is loss. Right, so 800 kilowatts has to reach the town, means how much it has to supply including the loss. 800 plus 600 is equal to 1400 kilowatt. Next C. Voltage drop on the line. Voltage drop on the line is equal to IR, that is equal to 200 into 15. 200 into 15 no, that is 300 volts. 200 into it is voltage drop on the line ma. Voltage drop on the line. So voltage drop on the line means, which is here, observe carefully, IR is equal to 20 into 15, that is not 200 ma. So I will correct it. So it is 20 into 15. 20 into 15 means, see here, so it is not 20, it is 200 only ma. Voltage drop on the line is equal to IR is equal to 200 into 15, right? 200 into 15. So see here, so we got 200 now. So 250 means, 200 into 15 means it will give us 3000 volt. This is the voltage drop on the line. On the line. Now voltage output of the step-up transformer, voltage output of the step-up transformer at the plant is equal to 4000 plus 3000. 4000 plus 3000 volt, that is equal to 7000 volt no. 4000 plus 3000 is equal to 7000 volts. Right. Next. Hence the step-up transformer at the plant is, hence the step-up transformer at the plant is 440 to, see here, 447,000 volt. Hence the step-up transformer at the plant is 447,000 volts. Okay ma? Right. Next problem. See here, that is what problem number 26. Do the same exercise as above with the replacement of earlier transformer. Do the same exercise as above with the replacement of earlier transformer by a 40,000 220 volt step down transformer, full stop. Hence explain why high voltage transmission is preferred. Hence explain high voltage transmission is preferred. So what we have to do in this problem? Do the same exercise as above with the replacement of earlier transformer by a 40,000 220 volt step down transformer, full stop. Hence explain why high voltage transmission is preferred. Okay, right. But while doing this problem, we have to neglect leakage losses. Through this may not be a good assumption any longer because of the very high voltage transmission involved. Okay, right. He is asking to neglect leakage losses, right? Leakage losses, and why? Because why he is asking to neglect leakage losses means This will not be a good assumption for a long time because of the very high voltage transmissions involved here. Okay, right. Now, see this, no? See the answer. The RMS current in the two-wire line is equal to 800 into 10 to the power of 3 watt. Because this problem is linking to this problem, I told you, no. So, we are taking the same value, 800 kilowatt, 800 into 10 to the power of 3 watt divided by 40,000 volts. It will give us 20 amps current. Now, line power loss. So, whatever we are doing here, here also we are doing the same. Line power loss I square into R, no. So, it is 20 square into R is 15 already given here. Already given here, right. Next, after completion of that, see here, it will give us 6000 watt, that is equal to 6 kilowatt. Next, B, power supplied by the plant is equal to 800 plus 6, 806 kilowatt. Next, C, voltage drop on the line is equal to IR, that is 20 into 15, so which will give us 300 volts. Now, what I am saying is, voltage output of the step-up transformer at the plant. Voltage output of the step-up transformer at the plant is equal to 40,000 plus 300, that is equal to 40,300 volt. 40,300 volt. So, the step-up transformer at the plant is 40,300 volt, right? Okay. Now, power loss in exercise 7.25, that is what we can calculate now. That is 600 by 1400, 600 by 1400 into 100, that is 43% is the power loss. But in case of power loss in exercise 7.26, 6 by 806, 6 by 806 into 100, 6 by 806 into 100, that is what here we are getting, that is 0.74%, 0.74%, because it is 6 kilowatt, it is 600 kilowatts. That's why regarding this we took 600, but regarding this it is 6 kilowatt by 806 kilowatt into 100. So, here we got 0.74% power loss. If you observe carefully, power loss is minimum here, no? Power loss is minimum or less. So, that only he is saying, at high voltage transmission, a small current flows, and hence power loss is less. That is what P is directly proportional to I square. P is directly proportional to I square. So, whatever we did here, regarding the problem number 25, here also we did the same. But there is a small difference. That is what, it is what 4220 volts. Regarding 25, it is 4220 volt, but it is what 40,220 volt, right? So, it is what high power, right? High voltage transmission is available here. So, finally, he is concluding that here the power loss is less. As well as we also calculated the things what he asked, that is what line power loss, that's we got it as 6 kilowatts. And then power supplied by the plant, that is what we got it as 806 kilowatt. I already told you, so how much amount of power we have to transfer to the town or village, right, plus loss is equal to the generation at, that is what is going to generate at the plant, right. So, that is why it's very clear here, regarding 25, B is clear. The same thing also here. Here we calculated regarding two exercises, exercise 7.25 and exercise 7.26. So, it is the power loss in exercise 7.25 is equal to 43% and the power loss in exercise 7.26 is 0.75%. At last you can conclude at high voltage transmission a small current flows and hence power loss is less. Okay, right. So, I hope all the exercise problems and example problems completed from this chapter alternating current. In the next class, I will start a new chapter to discuss numericals. Okay. Suppose if any one or two are pending from this chapter means that I will discuss you. Suppose no pending means I will start a new chapter. Okay. Right. Thank you.